So you're probably wondering why I'm in Harrisburg. And the answer is, I was on a date. About 2 weeks ago, I decided I wanted to take a trip up to Shippensburg, go to, I think, Michoud State Park, and do a little bit of photography, and like kind of make the first video that I would make for you guys, kind of like road trippy, high quality video. I went there, and I just wasn't feeling it. Like, the photography was off, the videography was off. I edited the video, I made the video, but I don't know, it just, this wasn't good, a little cringy. So I decided to, this week, give it another go. But this time I'd go to Harrisburg. Going to Harrisburg for photography, it would honestly give me another opportunity to kind of see Kayla on a low-key type of level. However, again, not very happy with the video as it came out. So I'm gonna keep on doing these videos where I'm going on trips, editing, using the drone, trying to get higher quality stuff for you guys, but I may not post it until I'm happy with how it comes out. But yeah, it's been a while since you've heard from me. So to give you an update on everything going on with the car, I don't even know where to begin. First item, let's talk about the front bumper. The front bumper has now been resprayed. This will be the third time. The original time, the second time was whenever I had rock chips in my car and didn't want to put PPF on rock chips. And again, when someone hit my car. And that's even a whole different story, because I'm starting to wonder whether or not my car was hit or there's just something bunk with the PPF installation. Now let's talk about the spoiler. As you can see in this video, the car is spoilerless. This was supposed to be the scene for my Shippensburg trip, where I do the ceremonial eating food on top of my spoiler, but that didn't quite happen. And the reason for that, I'll just drop a link in from my Instagram. All right, so this is the Expel added to the front bumper. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I am a bit worried. There are a couple of bubbles in there, but he says those will dry out in a day or so. But to build on to this terrible situation, on the drive home, I noticed that my engine lid kind of rumbled, like it wasn't latched. And I know that the latch doesn't automatically secure itself. Like, if you ever open it from the cabin, and it won't close unless you manually get like a fork or something, pull the lever that's broken, and then close the lid. I didn't tell that to the shop because there's no reason for them to look at the engine. It's PPF. Long story short, when I pulled over, I realized that one, it's confirmed it's not secured, and two, there's a huge crack in my spoiler. The PPF installer, you know, he's kind of adamant that, hey, I did not open the back of your car. I did not, you know, take the car out for a ride, really, just to move it in and off and anything. I didn't break your spoiler. And, you know, I was kind of like, well, I don't really have any proof, even though I know they did that. So it's like kind of sucks, because then I have to eat $950 to get the spoiler repaired by Checho. The day after I had that conversation with the PPF installer, he called me that morning. He was still adamant that, you know, he didn't cause the damage, but he was like, you know, he's like, how much does the spoiler cost? And I told him the replacement price on the spoiler was $1,800, and I knew he wasn't going to pay that, because I know that's a ridiculous price for a spoiler. But I mean, that's the Veilside kit for you. And you know what he did say is like he'll comp $650 in services. That's assuming that I come back and do the ceramic coat for the entire car, which will cost me about $850. So that's an improvement of the situation, because where I was out $950, I am now out only $300. You know, part of me thinks that, you know, he should comp me $950 of services, but at the end of the day, he didn't have to step up. He could have just laid his foot down and there would have been nothing I could do. So I decided just to take it and see where we're at. But, you know, we can't even put the PPF on the car right now for a couple things. Whenever Checho was fixing some of the smaller items in my car, which you guys don't know about because I never posted that video, he accidentally burned the hood, right? So that has to be repaired, right? So that needs to be repaired before I could put PPF on the hood of the car. And then the damage to my bumper, which you guys saw, that has to be repaired before PPF could be installed inside the car. On top of that, there has to go with my problem with the latch, like the problem that actually broke the spoiler in the first place because it did not secure itself. In order to get to the back of the car, you have to go through the air suspension compartment, the compartment where my air suspension is sitting. And no mechanic really wants to do that. So I have to wait until the guys at Curio Garage are ready and have them install it for me, right? So until then, I'm gonna potentially have that same problem with anyone I bring the car to, and I gotta be like, hey, don't open the hood, don't open the trunk, because we could run into some issues. Gas cap. The gas cap is finally gonna get handled. You know, Vilside finally came through after a couple months when I thought they were ignoring me. They're gonna get that inside of the car. Checho's gonna install that, you know, right after he installs the wing, fixes the trunk. Notice is that there's a strange whooshing sound that's coming from behind me that I could really only notice whenever I have the top up. And since I've owned this car, I think I've driven it with the top up probably less than 10 times. Like, no matter, unless it's raining, the top is down, right? And there's a strange whooshing sound that I'm hearing behind me. Now, I'm not sure if it's always been there or it's something new, or it's a sign that something is going wrong back there. You know, I posted on the ML2 Spider group to try to get people's thoughts, and I really haven't heard anything. Some people thought it could be the air tank or the valves on the air tank. I don't think that's it, because I definitely know what that sounds like, and that's not it. So I'm just worried that, do I have like another problem there? Because let me tell you, like, since I did all this stuff to the car, it seems like just some low probability shit has just been starting to happen to my car all the time. Like, everything seems to be messing up. I curved my wheels for the second time. I mean, it's disappointing. I'm not too worried about it. I told myself internally that, you know, maybe once every 5 years or so, I'd go get the wheels powder coated so they look nice. I know I haven't posted a video, and that's because I've been trying to like really up the level of the production quality, but it's just hard. And then like, I'm not happy with what's being made. And I think there's just gonna be like this learning curve of like, hey, I'm going to try to attempt to reach this level, and it's not gonna be what I want, but done is better than perfect, and I should just be all right, be okay with that growth, you know, as we see it. Alright, so I think I'm just going to end the video there. This channel will be less of a mess later.